Oh look, it started already. Okay, so my name's Siaran Morgan-Lloyd. I'm from Bristol Mental Academy, obviously in Bristol. And I wanted to talk to you today about how I use Edmodo in the classroom. Because I find it's an invaluable tool. And if you want to follow me, I am on Twitter. I apologise for the spelling of my name. Okay, for those of you who are familiar with Edmodo, perhaps you're not, it's kind of a free online equivalent of VLE. Looks very much like Facebook. The kids can pick it up and run with it very quickly. Allows you to send work to students, and they can send it back to you. You can mark it and you can set it, and it's available on a whole range of different devices, not just our favourite fruit. Okay, how do I use it? Well, I use it in a whole range of things. I've got a very varied job, so I use it for Year 7 IT. I also use it for BTEC Business, and I also use it for my A-level accounting. But I'm head of Post 16 as well, so we also use it for teaching students that are in different parts of our federated academies that can't actually get to our lessons, so they can still partake. Our academy is very varied, and so our differentiation is a bit of a nightmare. It's levels, targets, levels of English, EAL, different languages, you name it, we've got it. And so I found that this was going really unmanageable, and it was starting to drive me up the wall. So I thought there had to be a better way of doing this. So step one, I thought, well, if I use Edmodo and I select my class, I put all the resources that the students need there at the bottom, and they could pick the things they wanted, all the different languages, Google Translate, links, the websites, the worksheets. Unfortunately, this kind of led to some of our students picking the easier tasks to do and therefore not challenging themselves. So I had to think about it again. So I thought about what David did. I showed us about the solo rubric, got them to post their colours to the flag to start off with. Then they went to Edmodo, picked out what tasks they needed to do and the resources, but this was a bit long, and then at the end of the lesson they could put their other coloured flag up as to where they progressed. Step 3 was when Edmodo brought out a great new little feature called small groups, which meant in my classroom I could actually set up groups within it, which means I could set up differentiated groups for SEN, EAL, gifted and talented, and set separate different assignments. So the students didn't know what they had, didn't know who was doing what, and they had all the resources. And when I came to mark it, it did tell me what I had sent them and what they hadn't sent, and so it was really easy for me to mark it that way. And it was also easy then, that because I'd uploaded it once, I could always go back and upload it for different classes and all the resources there in one place. Is it going to move on? Yeah. Okay, also another useful improvement I've just discovered from being in hospital recently, that I was able to, instead of having to do all those stupid emails and worksheets and lists for supplied teachers to cover all my lessons, I just set them up on Edmodo and I scheduled them so they only arrived when the lesson was due and not beforehand. This meant that they didn't have the cry of, oh great, it's a free lesson, because they knew I was monitoring them. The supply teacher also didn't have the cries of, we've done this before, I've lost my book, and all the other claims that they put in to just make people's lives a real misery when they're trying to cover lessons for you. It also meant, because they knew it was going to be sent in to me and it was going to be marked, that actually I had more committed students. And one day, I know I shouldn't, I think this is a secret, okay, one day when I was in hospital I actually buzzed in on Edmodo and told them I was available if they wanted to ask me any questions, because I was bored. And I had lots of nice really questions coming back, and how could I help them on different units and bits and pieces, and I could send them in the right direction. So I would suggest, if you haven't done it already, okay, Edmodo, look at it, it's free, it's online, got a range of different devices, you can set tasks, receive and mark the work, great for workflow on the iPad, I'm sure you agree, and also it's brilliant for discrete differentiation. So if you haven't done it before, please go and sign up, go and have a look. There's also a possibility that you can set up a TeachMeet group as well, so we can all speak to each other. And if you haven't looked at it for a while, please go back and have a look again, because they've done some great things recently. And if you want to talk to me, you can either email me at work or follow me on Twitter. Thank you.
Thank you.